निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देवा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। ॐ गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितं कपित्थजम्भो फलचारुभक्षितम् शोकविनाशकारकं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरं परपादपङ्कजम्। ॐ सुमुखश्चैकदन्तश्च कपिलो गजकर्णकः लंबोदर विक्तो विघ्ननाशो विनायक धूम्रकेतु गणाध्यक्षो बालुचंद्र गजानन। द्वादशैतानि नामानि श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः। श्री गजानन श्री महोत्कटाय नमः। विघ्नेश्वराय नमः। नमस्ते शारदे देवी काश्मीर पुरवासिनी त्वामहं प्रार्थये नित्यं विद्यादानं च देहि मे विद्यादानं च देहि मे। Oh Shri Ganesh, you are the light of wisdom in our lives. May we never become the victim of the darkness of the ignorance of this world. May our soul be cleansed and be pure as we chant your name to the medium of Aarti. And if there are anyone in this mandir tonight who are in darkness physically, meaning need your blessing in the form of good health, if there are anyone who, Lord, emotionally are wrecked, if there are anyone who is confused and unable to make a decision, please, Lord, guide, bless and protect the soul. सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः। अष्टविनायक नमो नमः। गणपति बप्पा मोरया। We all believe that Bhagwan Shri Ganapati Ji, or Lord Ganesh, is the remover of all obstacles and all adversities and all negativities from our lives. And it is mentioned in our scriptures that He is worshipped at the beginning of everything that is auspicious. Reason being that if there are any obstacles or problems that we may encounter, maybe not at the moment, but maybe the next minute, the next hour, the next day, or maybe at the different stage of our lives, we expect and we hope that Bhagwan Ganesh would take care of it. And by removing those obstacles, we would have said some time ago that there are three types of obstacles in a person's life. One is called as Adi Daivik, the second one is called as Adi Bhautik, and the third one is called as Adhyatmik. These three types of obstacles that we encounter is, my friends, universal. Every single being in this world faces these three types of obstacles: Adi Daivik, Adi Bhautik, and Adhyatmik. They are, for example, lightning, thunder, storm, hurricane, and natural disasters that we do not have any control of. That, my dear brothers and sisters, is one type of difficulty that we have to encounter time and time again in our lives. Then the second type of obstacle, or the second type of what you call disturbance is the correct word to use. The second type of disturbance that you and I may encounter are the disturbances around us that we also may not have any control of. Disturbances can be somebody playing loud music while you pray, somebody probably quarreling or something while you are studying, or maybe there is some type of disturbance when you want time for yourself, or maybe you need the attention of others. There are disturbances around. That is the second type of disturbance that you and I encounter in life. My friends, and the third, which is the most detrimental to us, are the disturbances that comes from within us. You see, the lightning, the thunder, the storm, the hurricane, etc. We can beg God and say, "Oh Bhagwan, please stop the hurricane and please stop the wind and stop the drama that is coming from above." Bhagwan is in control of that. We are not in control of that. So we can pray for that, to be peaceful up there. Then the one around us, when people making kuchur around us, do you have control of that? Yes or no? We don't have no control over what people do around us, and who cares? Who cares what people do around us? Do you care? Do you care what people do around you? Yes or no? Why? That's their business. You know why you care? Because what people do around you is because it might affect you. And that's why we care. What people do around us might affect us, and that is why we care. But what people really do, if it doesn't affect us, who cares? Isn't that reality? That's the fact. But you see, my dear friends, what is happening inside of us, nobody is to be blamed for that. It is directly upon us to deal with what is happening inside of us. When there is anxiety, when you are anxious about something is not going your way, or you have some dream or some desire to be fulfilled, it's not happening, or you're in love with somebody and that person is not giving any attention to you. The ones who are married gone through that. Past that stage. Might move on to something else. But the young people, the youths, when you fall in love and you love somebody and you really see that person, you really appreciate that individual, and you want to speak to her or him, and you want to communicate and you want to express your love, and that person gives you no attention, anxiety builds up. And when the anxiety builds up, the heart starts beating faster, and you feel the chest pounding, 108 beats per minute. How much it should be? So the heart pounding, and what you want you're not getting, but what happens, my dear friends, the anxiety build up, that is happening inside of us. Who can deal with that? You yourself. Brothers and sisters, the obstacles or the disturbances from above, God is in control. The disturbances around us, God is in control. The disturbances inside of us, you are in control. With God's grace and blessing, we can deal with those that comes from within. Friends, do not feel because things are not going the way you want it to go, and things are not going the way we expect it to go, it's the end of the world. There are phases in life. The moon does not be full all month. The moon is being full only for one phase. Then you have a new moon. And from then the moon starts developing. And like this, my dear friends, you and I, we also go through phases in our lives. Life is about accepting what comes our way with a positive attitude and a balanced mind. And this is what is the meaning of Ganesh Utsav. Because you see, friends, if I am unable to deal with me, and I'm unable to deal with myself, and I'm unable to deal with what is happening inside of me, and I'm trying to fix the world around me, brothers and sisters, like the old people say, you are spinning top in mud. Be the change that you want to see, and fix yourself. Let us fix ourselves first, and in that way, my friends, we are able to lift ourselves, and upliftment will take place. Once we do not fix ourselves, we will not be uplifted. We remain right where we are, or maybe we fall lower than where we are. So upliftment, celebrations like these are to help us fix ourselves. Celebrations like these are to help us uplift ourselves. Celebrations like these is to help us be stronger human beings. It's not just about the beautiful murti of Lord Ganesh. It's not just about the Visarjan. It's not just about the worship every day for the 10 or 11 days. It's not just about that. It's about what is happening, the psychological impact it is happening on my life, in my life, as I worship Bhagwan Shri Ganapati. My friends, you all have heard the katha, and probably every Ganesh Utsav you would hear the katha again and again. Mother Parvati was told by Jai and Vijay to go and get her own attendant, and Mother Parvati said, you know what, girls, you all telling the truth. Let me go and get somebody to help me myself, because Lord Shiva takes all the ganas and go with them. I want my own servant, I want my own gana. And Mother Parvati went into the pool, and she took the dirt from her skin, and what she did, she infused life into it. And a little boy came, and that's the katha. When the little boy came, she told him, stand by the door and guard the door, don't let anyone enter. But this brings us to a very important question, my friends. Very important question. And I want you all to think. And let us analyze together as we listen to this discourse and we apply it in our lives. Friends, when you go to the bathroom to bathe, do you lock the door or do you leave it open? What do you do? We lock the door. Isn't it? Long time didn't have any lock. So you tell somebody, stand by the door, and if anybody coming to the bathroom, tell them I'm inside. Somebody who you trust, somebody who you can confide in, somebody who you believe in. You put that person by the door and tell them, while I'm in the bathroom, don't let anyone enter. And we know this is the katha. Brothers and sisters, when we bathe physically, that's our business. When we bathe physically, that's our private and personal time with ourselves. But let us ask the question a different way. What do you use, my friends, to clean the body? What do you use to clean your body? What do you use to clean the body? Shampoo? I think hair boy. You clean your hair with shampoo, sir. What do you use to clean your body? Huh? Body wash. Modern thing, man. Body wash, man. You see, there is nothing complicated in that. To clean your body, you need soap and water. My friends, to clean the body, all we need is soap and water. If you do not use soap and water to clean your body, you become an obstacle in other people's life. Isn't it? Anybody's an obstacle to you right now? The person next to you is an obstacle right now. Oh Lord. And they say, oh Bhagwan. Isn't it? So you know the person next to you is? Anyway. The only thing to clean the body is soap and water, my friends. Question. If soap and water cleans the body, how do you purify your body? How to purify the body? Anybody? Huh? Somebody said something?
Use of mantras.
Mantras? Anybody else? How do you purify your body? Lalchandji said mantras. Huh? Sorry, didn't hear you? Thoughts? Papa? How do you purify your body? Can't hear. My friends, think. The only thing to clean the body is soap and water. And the only thing to purify the body is self-control. It is called Dhammaha in Sanskrit. So Dhammaha means control the eyes and what you see. Control the ears and what you hear. Control the nose and what you smell and what you smell like. Control the mouth and what you taste, what you say, and whatever comes out from you, my dear brothers and sisters, must be controlled. Control the hands, control the legs, control the procreation organ, control the excretion organ, control the limbs of the body. It is called, as Bhagavan Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Dhammaha. Those who control the senses, that person's body becomes pure. So purification of the body is not by soap and water, but purification of the body is by self-control. It is also called as Indriya Nigraha. Indriya Nigraha meaning control the senses, control the organs of action, control the five, what you call Jnana Indriyas and the five Karma Indriyas. The body becomes pure. That is why when you fast, what you are doing? When we fast, we control. When we fast, you say, boy, it's a good thing I'm fasting, it's not going to fix you up now. Isn't it? It's a good thing I'm fasting. If not, I would have gotten angry. It's a good thing I'm fasting. If not, I would have done this and I would have done that. I am fasting, so I am in control. And I'm controlling myself. But the moment I break my fast, I will check you out. Isn't it? Friends, control is to purify the body. Now keep that in mind. To clean the body, soap and water. To purify the body, self-control. Friends, if we do not control the eyes, if we do not control the ears, if we do not control the mouth, if we do not control these hands, if we do not control the legs, and where we go, young people, if you do not control your body and the organs of this body, we are in for a rough ride. Brothers and sisters, that is how obstacles come in our lives. When we do not see what is right, obstacle comes. When we do not listen to what is good for us, obstacles come. When we do not see what is right, obstacles come. When these hands do not do good things, obstacles come. When the legs don't go to the right places, obstacles come. My dear brothers and sisters, yet we complain, oh Ganesh, take away my obstacles. Did you put him at the entrance of your eyes? Did you put him, my friends, when you were fasting and you were doing a devotion, and when you were in the pool of your self-cleansing? Did you put him by your eyes and told him, do not let anything come in his eyes that it should not come? Did you put him by your ears and told him, oh Ganesh Mama, I am putting you guard in front of my ears that nothing bad should enter these ears? Did you put him in front of the mouth that, Lord, anything that comes out of this mouth, you be the guard, and anything that goes in the mouth, you be the guard? Did you put him by your mouth, my friends? Did you put Lord Ganesh in front of the senses? Because, my dear brothers and sisters, where is the pool? The pool is the heart. The pool is the mind. That is where we go for self-cleansing. Don't just think about the soap and water to clean the body and the self-control of the body. But let me ask another question, friends. Question is, how do you clean your mind? By Lalchandji.
Just said it.
Huh?
Just said it. Right.
Prayers. I find you saying the same answer. Somebody say,
Prayer and meditation. meditation.
But Lachan is saying the same answer for all the questions.
No. It's positive.
That is good, right?
I know.
My friends, how to clean the mind? First, we have to understand what is the mind made up of. The mind is made up of a high frequency of thoughts. If there are no thoughts, there are no mind. If there are no thoughts, there are no mind. Therefore, analyze yourself and see. Analyze yourself and see where, in fact, what are the contents of your mind? What are the contents of the thoughts in your mind? Can I tell what is the contents in your mind? Thank God. Can you tell what is in my mind? Thank God more. Because my friends, the contents of the mind determines how clean the mind is. You see, when you go by the river and the rain falls and the water becomes dirty and is flowing down the river, you say the river is dirty. Friends, the river is not dirty. It is the water that is flowing between the banks of the river is dirty. The mind is not dirty. The mind does not need to be clean. Bhagavan Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita chapter 10, he says, Indriyanam manaschasmi. Indriyanam manaschasmi. O Arjuna, I am the mind among the senses. If the mind is Krishna, how can the mind be unclean? Friends, the river is not dirty. It is the contents of the river that impose on the river dirtiness. It is the contents of the mind that superimpose on the mind. The mind is dirty. Friends, you look at your mind, not tonight. Look at your mind on a daily basis and see when the mind becomes dirty. When the contents of the mind is dirty, my dear friends, we see there are obstacles that comes in the mind emotionally. The mind is a seat of emotion. So to clean the mind, you cannot use soap and water. The only thing to clean the mind is to think good thoughts. Don't even chant mantras. Do not chant mantras to clean your mind. It will not get clean. Think good thoughts. You never hear people chant mantras, real chant mantras, and have real bad thoughts in their mind. And mantras going on in the partner. You know how mantras go on? Om Swastinendro Vranashwaha Swastina Pusha Vishwavedaha. Fixing up that person. Mantras going on. But what is in my mind? Bad intention. Mantras going on, but what is in my mind? Selfish intention. Mantras going on, what is in my mind? God alone knows. Friends, the only thing to clean the mind is good thoughts, positive thinking. That is up to you and I. So if you clean the mind with positive thinking and good thoughts, let me ask the next question. How do you purify the mind? Remember, clean, purify, clean, purify. How do you purify the mind? If you clean the body with soap and water, you purify it with self-control. You clean the mind with positive thinking and good thoughts, and you purify it with Let me ask Lachanji again. Lachanji, let me hear what you have to say.
They all lead to the same. People yourself in a positive character. One point.
Very good. He changed up a little bit. Still the same. My friends, in order to purify the mind, meditation. Again, you're right when you said it comes back to the same thing. All that we said comes back to one thing: self-upliftment. So you're 100% right. My friends, in meditation, Now notice, be very attentive. In meditation, the mind becomes very quiet. Have you ever sat down by yourself one day and you just feel to just close your eyes and just be? That state of being means that you are in the purest state of existence. That silence that you are experiencing within yourself, that is why all the great rishis and munis will tell you, when you get up in the morning, first thing, that is the best time for meditation to happen. So you sit quietly. Because the mind is in the purest state in silence. So how do you know if your mind is pure? Don't go and check Patra. Don't go to the mandir. Don't go to the church or to the mosque. How do you know if your mind is pure? Just see how quiet your mind is. The more quiet the mind is the more pure we are, and the closer we are to ourselves. And the more agitated the mind is the more impure, I put that in inverted commas, impure we are, and the further we are away from ourselves. The further we are away from ourselves, it is more disturbed that we can be. And the more disturbed we are, is the more agitated and aggravated life becomes. Therefore, we come to God and we tell God, Lord, please help me remove this obstacle. And what we do when we pray to God, we go back to ourselves. And when we go back to ourselves, what happens is we find solution, because the answer is within us. So the Lord helps us to go back within. He is the central point, the focus of our mind, and therefore to purify the mind, my friends, meditation is of utmost importance. Meditation happens when the mind is calm. Meditation happens when the mind is traveling towards its own nature. Meditation happens when pure things when pure things and positive things are the contents of the mind. Meditation happens. Meditation is not only in silence, but meditation is also in purity. Meditation is not only in silence, but meditation is also in goodness. Meditation is not only in silence, but meditation is in positive thinking. Meditation is not only in self-control, but meditation, my friends, is in chitta ekagrata, single-pointedness of the mind. Therefore, with the blessing of Bhagwan Ganesh, let us not only have a clean body but a pure body. Let us not only have a clean mind but a pure mind. At the end of this Ganesh Utsav, when Bhagwan Ganesh when the Visarjan is being performed, and Bhagwan Ganesh goes down into the river or the ocean or the pond or wherever, my friends, what is he taking away with him from us? He's taking away bad thoughts. But does that mean no bad thoughts will come again? Will come again, because remember, it's a phase, it's a cycle. Friends, therefore, when Mother Parvati created him, and she said, son, stand by the door. Don't let anyone enter. It was not just she was bathing. It's not that she was in the pond or the pool cleansing her body. She was in the pool of her own consciousness. She was in the pool of her own divine nature. That is why it was her home. This is why said सतयुग की बात बताए कि जासुद की सतयुग की बात बताए, इजाजत की कथा सुनाए। The Ganesh Puran, about this fraction of Mother Parvati, my friends, for our protection. Let God be the God of the senses. The entrance to our heart, my dear brothers and sisters, the entrance to our hearts are through the five senses, the organs of perception. Someone must stand guard there. If not, the body will be impure. And friends, to be alive in this world in a human's body and to live an impure life is not, my friends, the best. To acquire meditation, to acquire liberation, to acquire moksha. We are blessed with the unique gift of a human existence. We are blessed with the unique gift of being divine beings, having a human experience, to go back to that elevated state of divinity after this wonderful experience on this earth. This is why we are here. Stand at the entrance of the home. Then Lord Shiva came. My friends, Lord Shiva coming doesn't mean that Lord Shiva is coming home. When the senses are under control and nothing evil is entering, God appears. God, who is always there, appears in front of the senses. He appears in front of the eyes and the ears and the nose and the tongue. He appears as if wanting to go back home into the heart. Brothers and sisters, God doesn't have to go in the heart. He's already and always there. Because when the negativities affects the mind and the senses, God is as if disappears from within. Therefore, Bhagwan Shiva, in the literal katha, had to take off the head of the bull, indicating what? me from being in the heart of my devotees. Lord Shiva don't have to come back to his home. That's only the literal katha, the what you call the katha line. And I don't want to say the storyline. But you know, my friends, the Lord is revealed. When the senses are under control, the Lord is revealed before us. He's already standing. He's already there, just waiting to enter. But you and I put everything else in front of Him, going in the eyes, going in the ears, etc. And therefore, He's just standing there waiting. Now, through the process of meditation, He is revealed. And when that revelation happens, there is ananda, or absolute bliss. This katha is a philosophical katha, my friends. The life of Lord Ganesh is philosophical. But let me ask another question. If you clean your body and you purify it, if you clean your mind and you purify it, tell me, brothers and sisters, how do you clean your intellect? It's the easiest one. How do you clean your intellect? The only way, there's only one way to clean the intellect, friends. The same thing water does to the body is the same thing knowledge does for the intellect. Just like you take water and it cleans, in the same way, when we gain knowledge, knowledge cleans the intellect. Question: what kind of knowledge? You have so many things to know, so many different kinds of knowledge, so many types of degrees you can get. It's so wonderful, you know. Every home in Trinidad now have a degree. Isn't it? One boy called his mom. He said, "Mom, I have good news, I got my degree." She said, "Son, which degree you get?" He says, "Celsius." Celsius degree. No, that's not what we're talking about. Degree means everybody's educated. Everybody's educated, and that's so wonderful, especially the youths of the day. Education is good, but the youths tonight, education without character is not good. Education is good. Our parents, they sacrifice to educate us. Our parents sacrifice night and day to send us to school and to help us to get an education. But the question is, parents, while you are spending and working hard for your children to get an education, question is, are you also building their character? Character building is a serious thing. We need to build the character of our children, and that is very important. Don't just give them education. Education will happen. It's the world we live in now. You have to be educated. But the question is, we don't have to be moral. We don't have to have a good character. And the thing is, if we have education and we don't have a good character, it is better we never had an education. Because Sri Mohandas Karamchand Gandhiji says very clearly, he said, education without character is dangerous. Friends, to clean the intellect, we need self-knowledge. It is called in the scriptures as Brahma Vidya. Brahma Vidya means understand who you are. Understand where you came from. Understand what you are now and understand where you are going from here. Ask yourself that knowledge that determines, hey, I am not a miserable person. I am a pure human being. This is why it is said in the Nirvana Shtakam. The Nirvana Shtakam says, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect. Mano buddhyahankar chittaninaham nacha shrota jihve nacha grana netre nacha vyoma bhumi na tejo na vayu Chidananda Rupa. Everyone, Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. You know who will say that? You know who will say Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham? A person who has knowledge. That person will say, I am of the nature of Sat, I am of the nature of Chit, and I am of the nature of Ananda, Sachidananda. Shivoham, Shivoham. Friends, who is saying that? The intellect. The clean intellect is saying, I am of the nature of Sat, Chit, and Ananda. And when the intellect says, I am of the nature of truth, consciousness, and bliss. And when the intellect experiences, I am truth, I am consciousness, and I am bliss, the intellect has been purified. So the experience of Sat, the experience of Chit, and the experience of Ananda is as a result of pure intellect. This is what is to be achieved in spirituality. This is what is to be achieved on the spiritual path. Friends, don't just come with 108 flowers or 1008 flowers. Baba, you know what? Whole night last night I make laddu. Mama, how much laddu you make? Baba, I make 1008 laddu. And I'm going to give all who want 108 each. And we will offer to Bhagwan Ganesh. Are what that will do for you? That will only give you diabetes. Eat 10 laddu and see what happens. And check your glucose level afterwards. Oh, Baba, it is prasad, and you're supposed to offer modaka and you offer. Yes, it is wonderful to offer those things. But it is also wonderful, my friends, to let the knowledge that Bhagwan Ganesh is associated with to be practiced in our lives. So knowledge cleans the intellect, and I almost say laddu purifies it. Knowledge cleans the intellect. And how to purify it? Practice what you know in your personal life, and the intellect becomes pure. That is the objective of Ganesh Utsav. This is the objective of self-upliftment and self-unfoldment. This is the purpose for which we are here, my friends. This is the reason why Pandit Sharmaji said, we can't even count the amount of yajna happened here. The question we have to ask ourselves, I can't even count how many yajnas I did. But am I any better? Am I a better person? Every night I am satsang. What did that do for me? Did it make me more aware of who I am? Or is it just about coming here, sing a few bhajan, say something, people say, hey Baba, you're well taught, nice. And is that the comfort? Is that the glory of coming here? My friends, no. That's not the glory of why we come here. The glory of coming here is what we experience when we come here. What did it do for me? What is satsang doing for me tonight to make me more elevated and more uplifted? That is important. This is the meaning of Ganesh Utsav. This is why it is said that when we understand Ganesh Ji with a pure intellect, then what happens? We will know Ajam nirvikalpam nirakaramekam niranandamanandamadvaitapurnam param nirgunam nirvishesham niriham parabrahmarupam Ganesham bhajema. He is Ajam. He is eternal. He is never born. He is nirvikalpa. He is pure, in a pure state. He is without any attributes. Nirananda mananda advaita purnam. He is without a second. Friends, who can understand this? What is the use of come and chanting Ajam nirvikalpam nirakaramekam niranandamanandam advaita purnam param nirgunam nirvishesham niriham parabrahmarupam ganesham bhajema? What's the use chanting it if you don't feel it and experience it? My friends, it will not happen overnight. It will not happen overnight. But we have to start somewhere. Now please, don't get me wrong when I said, if you make 1,008 laddu, don't say Baba said I was wasting time. Please don't take it the wrong way. You all understood what I said? Imagine the Mama make 1,008 laddu. And imagine while rolling those 1,008 laddus, where her mind was. Was her mind not on Bhagwan Ganesh? At least for some time out of it. So please don't get me wrong. The knowledge that we are talking about to purify the intellect is that knowledge that when we have that knowledge, then we experience what Lord Ganesh is about. He is Gunati Tamanam. Gunati. He is without, he is never influenced by the gunas. Tamoguna, Rajaguna, and Sattva-guna. He is always in Tattva-guna. Gunati Tamanam Chidananda Rupam Chidabhasakam Sarvagam Jnanagamyam Munidyamakasharupam Paresham Parabrahmarupam Ganesham bhajema. Jagat Karanam Karanajnanarupam Suradim Sukadim Gunesham Ganesham Jagat Vyapinam Vishwamanyam Suresham Parabrahmarupam Ganesham bhajema. Say the last line with me. Parabrahma. Please repeat. Parabrahma Rupam Ganesham bhajema. Parabrahma Rupam Ganesham bhajema. It is only now when the intellect becomes pure, then we will feel Ananda. What Ananda is. Some people say, Baba, we hear about Ananda is bliss, but we don't really feel it. Friends, the only way to feel blissful is when the intellect is pure. And when the intellect becomes pure, don't think it is some big thing about intellectual and intellect and all these drama. Intellect is simply when the mind makes decisions, the mind becomes intellect. When the mind entertains emotions, the mind becomes mind. So that there is a hairline difference between intellect and mind. Meaning, when the same mind has to make a decision, is now intellect. So therefore, my friends, to purify the intellect means what? To know who you are and to know that you are not a miserable person. To know that you are the happiest person in the whole world. To know that you are not a limited entity and not a physical body. That is intelligence. To know that you know that the body will be born, the body will grow, the body will become old, the body will decay, and the body will die. To know this and to accept this fact without becoming miserable is intellect. It's bliss. To not become identified with body consciousness all the time is knowledge or bliss. That is what Lord Ganesh represents. That is what Lord Ganesh represents, my friends. To know that the body will have changes and the body will fade away, but you will remain the same, pure in your true nature. That is wisdom and that is knowledge. To know, my friends, that everything in this world that was created will one day perish, that is wisdom. But to know, my dear brothers and sisters, the purity that is behind the creation, my dear brothers and sisters, that is eternal, that is nitya. This is what we are celebrating. Clean the body, purify it. Clean the mind, purify it. Clean the intellect and purify it. And you and I would have liberation. We would be in liberation. Liberation will then become part of who we are. Liberation will then be part of our lives. Liberation will be part of our existence. Liberation will be living on earth, but not off the earth. This is why when we come to Bhagwan Ganesh, or we go to Maryada Purushottam Ram, or we go to Bhagwan Sri Krishna, Banke Bihari, or we go to Jagadamba Devi, it is to say the one and the same thing. Shri Ram tumhare mandir mein main deep jalane aaya hoon, main deep jalane aaya hoon, main deep jalane aaya hoon. Shri Ram tumhare mandir mein main deep jalane aaya hoon. जीवन Please, Lord, brighten this intellect of ours. Let the knowledge take place in our hearts. We can decide what is right tonight. We dedicate this prayer to all of you. May the power and the grace of Bhagavan Ganesh, may the power your love, O Lord. Extend your healing touch over Ganesh Baba. Extend your blessing to this devotee of yours. Give strength and courage to this mother and loved ones. Lord, whatever metal is stuck in his eyes, you, by the miracle of your grace and guidance, he can be healed without any further damage, Lord. We beg of you, Ganesh Baba, may this positive thought and vibration be in his mind tonight as he can feel your power and prayer coming towards him. Lord, may you heal and bless all those tonight who are unwell. To the power of your mind, to the power of our minds, Lord. We invoke your presence, Lord Ganesh Baba. May the vibration of your blessing be with us all. Lighting the light in the mandir is not just about the physical thing, but the light of the intellect means. The light of the intellect means when the intellect is purified, the light of knowledge shines in every aspect of our lives. Friends, let this be the meaning of Ganesh Utsav to you. Let this be the meaning of Ganesh Utsav in our lives. So the next time, when you hear the katha of Lord Ganesh, Mother Parvati making him with the dirt, etc., you put him one time by your eyes. Let him God. Let him be the God of your home. Let him be the God of your heart. Let him be the God of your life. Let the body be clean and pure. Let the mind be clean and pure. Let the intellect be clean and pure. And friends, when these three things happen, I guarantee you, in the name of Lord Ganesh, you are already a liberated soul. Already liberated. You don't have to die to liberation. There's someone who I do puja for annually. She was originally from Tableland and she lives now in Pina. Married and living happily with her two wonderful sons. And yesterday, or day before yesterday, she called and said, Baba, everything was okay? I said, yes. How are you? She said, I'm good. I'm not too good, sorry. So what happened? My husband just passed away. Young person. Very young person. My friends, we don't have guarantee to live. We don't have, today we're here, tomorrow we're gone. That is why now we must make ourselves spiritually so uplifted that if it were to happen now, we're ready. That's why let Ganesh Baba be in the heart and in the mind. Let the chanting of the Lord continue in the mind. And this will help us to stay in tune with ourselves.